Hello everyone, this is the LEGO Star Wars Ambush on Mandalore Battle Pack set. Comes with 109 pieces with the 4 figures there. This is from the end of Season 3 of The Mandalorian. I paid $20 US for this and built the thing live on Twitch. The biggest chunk of the video will be spent looking at the minifigures up close, but I wanted you to see everything that you get, everything that you're paying for here together in scale. So it's a relatively simple bit of terrain, but it is an appropriate bit of terrain. It does have the little clip on one side, bar on the other, so you can connect it to other similar sets, such as the Moff Gideon versus Paz Vizsla, or other way around, pack that they've also got right now. I have to call that out because when I don't, I get a lot of angry comments saying, "Jang, you missed this major feature. There's a clip on it." Yeah, the clip is not a big deal. Like it's just a clip. It's nice you can attach things. It's nice they thought of that, but it's not that big of a deal. I think the biggest deal here is this play feature, which is kind of cool. Like you can make these guys fly around a little bit. They got some range of motion, but it doesn't do that much. Ultimately, mostly you can make him look like he's on the ground and then takes off, flies across, and then probably gets shot in the air and ends up hitting his head against the wall over here. Got a little light on the side here and a clip around the back to hold on to a weapon. So that's just it for this. There's nothing else to this terrain build. I think it's fine. I think it does add, and I think it's a fine little space to display minifigures around. You get this one little turret, little cannon, which is the stud shooter there. Of course, you can also take this off the base and use it in the hand of a minifigure if you want to revert back to the bad days when these battle packs were coming with only stud shooters. And this is a little Imperial crate, which is actually built up, and you can open it up and there's a little thermal detonator in there. You can put other stuff in. These are officially billed as Mandalorian Warrior and Mandalorian Night Owl, which means that LEGO did not get the license for the specific characters. For folks who don't know how licensing works, each character is its own IP, even within a show, within a whole IP universe, like the franchise of Star Wars itself. So they cannot use the specific names of any characters legally on merchandise and stuff that represents them. So that's just what they've done here. They saved, I don't know, some cents for each, which is perfectly fine. Also underneath here, they don't give you any faces, so it keeps them anonymous, but also prevents them showing any unnecessary skin tone around the base here. I actually personally prefer this, I think, for play and for display, just as opposed to the ones that have the very obvious skin tone. So this way they can be absolutely anybody, and they just look better. This has the older, wider gap for the vertical section here, like the first generation Din Djarin, and I think that should have been narrowed up just a little bit, but overall these look pretty good. It's nice that they've got some scratches, some very slight little battle wear on them, and just generally everything is pretty crisp. I think the contrast is a little bit low in the bodies, but it's not too bad. The dark azure color that's printed there, I think could have been just a little bit. That is dark azure, right? Yeah, it's dark azure, because it ends up looking almost like a regular blue. The helmets are regular blue, and then they both have jetpacks. Too bad that there's only one jetpack holder thing in the terrain here, so you can have one good guy and one bad guy going against each other in the air, or both on either side going together. And there's just a quick look at the torso prints on the back. And here are the Imperial commandos. The Beskar jump troopers or jet troopers. These are identical between the two, which is great because that makes it easier to get more of them if you want to get more of them. Good prints for the jetpacks themselves, just a little tile that fits in there. And I think the helmets are done pretty well. I think they are good Legoifications of what they represent. They are dual molded, and the prints are crisp on there and everything. The prints I think are pretty good going through the torso. Good level of detail. Has some of the finer line widths, which I like to see mixed in with the more standard stuff. They look pretty premium to me. Definitely some arm printing would have helped to bring them up even more, but for just a battle pack, this is fine. And if you want to use them just on the ground, they have good prints on the back as well. So you take off all the jump pack bit and you still have something that looks good, I think, from all around. And finally, here are the leftover pieces, including 2 of the nice small prints. Again, I paid $20 US for this, which has been the standard for 4-figure Star Wars battle packs for the past few years. It's 22 euros, which is worse. It's 20 pounds UK, which is worse still, I believe, and $25 Canadian, which is better than the US price. And we both have taxes in both regions. Again, it's standard, right? If you don't like the price, I completely understand that. The price has gone up significantly. 2020, they were $15, and I already felt like the prices had been going up, although that was fair if you actually just looked at the change in the value of the dollar over time and just looked at inflation. So standard price, good figures, in my opinion. So at least a good product that you're getting for that price. The build behind here, I think makes sense. I think it makes more sense than doing a couple little vehicles. This is appropriate to the scene. So overall, I don't have much that I can complain about here. Lower the price? Sure, please. Not going to happen. Give us more stuff for the same price? Sure, please. Not going to happen. As long as people are paying these prices for these things. That's the biggest thing that it comes down to. As long as people are willing to pay $20 for this, and do pay $20 for it, lots of them around the world, they're going to keep selling them for that, and then they're going to increase the prices even more. So that's the situation that we're in. At least they've given us a good product here, at least in my opinion. Thank you for watching. I'll talk to you soon.